So,
Dayton, this one's for you. This is our dowel workout. Again, you're going to find several different exercises we can do with this for different parts of the body. I'm going to start with the push presses. Now what this is going to do is I stabilize myself, so I'm really working my hips and this side of my body, my obliques, and also my shoulder, pec, tricep on this side, and then just pushing straight out. Now when I push out, this thing's really trying to torque me back, so everything on my left side, from my shoulder to my ankle, is fired up. So push. And Dayton, we did about 10 or 15 with this. Then I step back, straighten my arms out, and I walk it out as far as I can. Hold my arms straight. Again, this is really trying to whip me around, so I'm firing up the whole left side of my trunk. And if I just move this at an angle, up and down, I can feel all different kinds of muscles in different areas fire up. Now I can increase my resistance by taking my feet closer, because I don't have as big a base of support. And then back. I hold that last one for about 20 seconds. Now, from this position, I pretend I got a sledgehammer. I got a staggered stance. Important on this one to not only exert force in my trunk and shoulders going forward, but I'm also working it back. So I get 2 for 1. Fires up in here in the trunk, hips. 1, 2. And I can change my angle. I can go sideways. I can go at 45. I can go at 90. All those different angles work all different areas of the muscle. Obliques, abs, shoulder, tricep, hips. And you can vary your speed too. You can go slow, you can go fast. Then, I'm going to take it, so I'm in line, the pole's in line with the strap this time. I'm going to take a step back with my inside leg, and now I'm going to do some lateral throws. But I'm not throwing with my arms, I'm throwing with my body. Again, working my hips, my trunk, core, obliques, and then I repeat that on the other side. Now, next thing we do is turn and face the strap, and now I'm standing on a paddle board basically, and now I'm digging that pole right into the river bottom, trying to paddle that board. And again, not just the arms, it's my trunk. This is better than any kind of sit-up you've ever done. Notice I'm taking my ribs to my hips. My arms are just holding onto the pole. Tremendous abdominal workout, as well as hips. I work about 20 of those, and I turn in line with it. My hands are the same, and now I'm going to pretend I'm sweeping or mopping. Really working this left side here. Glute medius, obliques, shoulder, cardiovascular also. Repeat everything on the other side. I'm out. And Dayton, here's a little bit of your warrior workout. We do the high pull part. And we're trying for about 10 to 15 reps. And we step out. We side lunge, making sure this leg's straight. Lunging into the outside leg. And on each side. Pulling up high each time. Then it's like pull jacks. Shoot for 15 of those. Then, same position, and now we're going to put the elbows through it. You do your squats. Shoot for 10 to 15. Then we do the side lunge squat. So not only working the thighs, but working the hips, especially the gluteus medius. Really important for protecting your back, knee, ankle. Okay? So we go out to each side, and we do the jumps. trying to land as softly as you can, like you're grabbing the floor, not plunking down. And don't stop once you come down. Let that elastic energy transfer back into your next jump. Save a lot of energy that way. Rather than stopping and doing this, make it nice and fluid. Now the next part, do our push press overhead. Then shoot for 10 to 15. And our squat press, combining the squat and the press. And then our press jumping jacks. Someday you'll think I'm on.
Go.
Okay, what I've done here is I've hooked up a band to a vertical pull on the side. And what we do is we work in some of our lateral muscles. The obliques, very important for protecting the spine, provide kind of like a corset. The hips, really important because the spine sits on the hips. And also my shoulders and trunk, a lot in here. So what I'm going to do is just stick my hand in here. And I hold this like I'm praying between my hands. Hold it out in front of my belly button. And bend my knees a little bit. And I'm going to take a couple steps out and then back. A couple out and back. And all the while, the strap's trying to pull me back. So everything in here fires because the strap's trying to twist me like this. So I got to really stabilize. Out. I do about 4 or 5 of these, more if you like, because I do several sets. Now I'm going to hold it here, and I'm going to do a squat. Like this. Again, really working everything in here, but also now it's really working this inside leg, because the force of the strap is pulling me this way. Now, I'm going to take it up over my head, and I'm going to do more squats. And now I've increased my lever arm, so I get much more force pulling me this way, much more on the inside. And I do 4 or 5 of those, and then I take it straight up, and I just wobble from one side to the other. Now I'm really pulling my hips in. So again, I've worked all that important trunk musculature, as well as my heart. It's a great workout. And again, you can do 2, 3, 4 sets on each side. I shoot for 45 seconds on, 15-second rest. Alternate to the other side, same thing. And back and forth. I'm on.
Hi.
I'm going to do a little plank work with the band right here. And you're going to notice your stomach is really going to talk to you. You may think it looks like shoulders, but it really pulls the stomach in. So what I'm going to do is just slip my hand through the band, put it behind my back. Come down here, see that. Now notice I got the band kind of across my mid-back, not up high, not too low. But I got it in a spot where if I lift my rear end too much, the band's going to kind of roll up and I know, oh, I got to keep my rear down. Also, if you take your rear up, you're not going to work at your stomach. Okay, and my hands are pretty much under my shoulders. I get a plank position. I'm going to hold this for a count of 15. And I go 1 and 2 and 3. And then, next part is I bring my knee in slow, then back. And I alternate, slow and back. Slow, and I really feel my stomach as well as my shoulders and arms. I do that for 15 seconds. Then I take my feet and I'm going to do a jumping jack only in this position. And I do 20 of these jumping jacks. What I try to do is 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Then I go repeat, and you can do 3 sets, you can do 5 sets, or you can move on to something else I'm going to show you in the next video. I'm out.
So, go.
This is what I do each and every day before I do a workout. This is my warm-up. Taking a small band, about shoulder width apart, and squeezing my shoulder blades to move the band. Notice I'm not bending my elbows, I'm squeezing the shoulder blades. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to step back and pull with the same side shoulder. And I'm going to reverse it, step back and pull with the other. And I repeat this about 4 to 5 times on each side. Where I should be feeling this is between my shoulder blades and the back of the upper arms. Okay. Now, I'm going to get the legs involved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step back with my left leg into a lunge position. I'm going to rotate away from that leg to the right side, and I'm going to lunge and pull about 4 or 5 times on each side. It's the hips and the shoulder blades talking to one another. Now, I'm going to go up higher. I'm going to keep my same grip. Take my feet a little wider. Take it up over my head. And now I'm going to lean to one side and pull, the other side and pull. Pull, pull. That really works the side of my trunk. My hips are stabilizing me. Now, I'm going to slip my hand inside the band, put it behind my back. I'm going to have my hands out here like a traffic cop stopping traffic. You can see the band is like the middle of my back. I'm going to make little 6-inch circles, starting straight up from my shoulders, coming forward 90 degrees on each side, and then I'm going to reverse it. I repeat this twice each direction. Then I'm going to turn my thumbs backward like I'm hitchhiking and sing a 6-inch circle each way. Now I'm going to take it to the floor. So I'm going to step back. Strap it in behind my back, and then we get into what they call a push-up or plank position, like this. This can also be done without the band. I'm going to come slow with my knee up, straighten it out. And then the other side, narrow mountain climbers, I call these.
And
This is the warm-up I do every time before a workout. Take the band, pull it apart, step back. At the same side I'm pulling on. Notice my shoulders are doing the pulling and not my elbows. Do about 4 or 5 back on each side. Then I step back and I turn away from the back leg. And as I pull, I do a little bit of a lunge. About 5 on each side. Pull. And I take my feet a little wider, take this up high. And I lean to one side and pull. And the other side and pull. Really good for the shoulders and the trunk.
1 sec, Dad.